Yo, what up, YouTube? I'm so sorry that I took so long to put out this part two up, but my phone been messing up. It's been hard for me to record these reactions. And the first thing I want you to do is like this video because a like will really help me a lot, and that'll just make me motivated to make more videos. So now that my phone is all fixed, I got my headphones, so now I can really hear it. It's gonna be dead in my shit. Let's get into the vid. Make sure to like, please. It'll help me a lot. Part two. Right into my ear.
When I first discovered I was going to have to kill a family with a young child.
Oh yeah, oh my Jesus. Wait, hold on. How much you wanna bet that girl that he mentioned in his last video, that's gonna be his daughter? I bet you.
The only people I've had to kill up until this point have been other criminals and sadists.
Yeah.
How was I going to bring myself to take the lives of a seemingly
satanic people?
innocent
I don't
family?
know. Or fucked up people.
I would never even know why exactly I was being hired to kill them. You can't ask questions like that to the higher-ups. Anyone who did was normally killed themselves. Or at the very least, ostracized by the organization they were trying to work for. It was a pretty serious business I got myself into.
He has to kill a kid.
I had no problem with that. I only did what I was told. And nothing more. That was the reason I gained so much notoriety in my field. In fact, most people in this field never even get a chance to work for the Overlord. And if you're wondering why I keep referring to him as the Overlord, it's because he does not communicate with you directly. There are a lot of people looking for him. In fact, he is currently in the FBI's 10 most wanted list.
Damn.
Although they don't have a lot of information on him as of right now.
And they don't even know what he looked like.
Never catch him.
It's crazy.
The next day, I was going to have to start tracking down this family I was ordered to kill. But that night, I was in a small bar in the middle of nowhere, downing alcohol like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, I bet, bro.
And contemplating how exactly I was going to bring myself to do this. I knew in the pit of my stomach that I wasn't a murderer.
You kind of was.
Let me rephrase that. Not a murderer of the innocent. I had no problem killing the evil men of the earth. I encountered so many sickos in my life. How could someone torture an animal?
Why did the music stop like that? Like that kind of gave me the chills.
I still couldn't bring myself to understand.
And watch out, some scary music gonna pop up right in my ear.
Even if I found the man who kidnapped my daughter, I wouldn't torture him. I'd end his pathetic life and be done with him. Even after all the pain and agony that bastard put me through. I still knew I was better than him. I wouldn't become the monster that I sought to destroy.
Hold up. This dude was killing. He made a name for himself. And now he just now seeing this? Okay, let's just keep playing. I'm sorry I paused it.
The bar began spinning after I downed my 5th shot, and I immediately came to regret this.
I guess he finally came to his senses,
I didn't feel threatened by the others in the bar before, but once I lost control of myself, I became so much more vulnerable to those around me, and I couldn't die just yet. I knew the events that were soon to come would be life-altering. I had this great feeling about the next job and the opportunities it would bring, which was quite unusual. I never feel intuitive like this. With hopes of surviving until tomorrow, I drunkenly made my way back to the log cabin I was staying in. The snow and ice outside made it much more difficult to get there.
Damn. And you're drunk.
As sad as it is to say, I ended up falling 3 times before I got home and locked the door. It wasn't a far walk, but adding strong alcohol to any walk makes it seem like a journey around the entire globe. I lied down, and the thought of becoming the most powerful criminal in the world rushed through my mind before I went to the realm of the unconscious. The next morning, my ears were assaulted by the alarm I'd set on my phone. I downed a couple aspirins to cope with the headache and got to work.
Oh, God.
The family I was going to be attacking lived in a relatively populated area.
This is gonna be
and I knew if I was going to pull this off, it would have to be quiet. I sharpened 3 separate knives and placed them in my coat pocket. The idea of bringing one
Dude,
of
you
those
have
blades across the neck
suppressors. Make
of
it
a little
fast.
girl
Don't.
rushed through my mind
Oh
and made
God.
me sick.
He have
But I knew
suppressors.
that
Why is he gonna stab
sacrifices were
him?
going to have to be made. Unfortunately, I'll never even know why I'm killing this family, but I did my best to
That's just
separate
really fucked
myself
up.
from the idea that these were good people. They had to have done something pretty bad to have powerful criminals hiring hitmen to kill them, right?
Yeah, that's true, but
I drove my
still,
SUV to the
you gotta look
neighborhood
more
they
into
lived
it,
in
bro.
and parked down the street at 3 o'clock. Looking toward their backyard, I could see the father, Ronnie Williams, on the back porch. I knew I was going to have to kill him within the next half hour because the mother, Bridget Williams, would be
Oh man,
picking up
this is
their
gonna be
daughter from
fucked,
school
man.
and would arrive home at 3:30 every day. I thought to myself how easy this job was to do since someone else had done the monotonous task of stalking these people and recording their schedule.
Yeah.
I locked
Why
my
didn't they?
vehicle
Why couldn't they
and
just kill
started
him?
walking toward the house.
I mean, they
I
already
knew where they
know
kept
everything
their
about
extra
him.
key in the front
Okay, I'll
garden
shut up now.
and made my way into the house from the front. I waited for Ronnie to come back into the house for 10 minutes before I started to become impatient. I was going to need time to hide the body, I thought, and knew I needed to do this fast before Bridget and her daughter got home. I decided to push something over in the kitchen and hid behind the refrigerator as Mr. Williams slowly crept into the
Oh
house,
shit!
saying, "Hello?"
You about to stab him?
I realized how truly inept this guy was. I waited until he came close enough, and I reached over to slice his throat open.
Damn!
He screamed, much
God
to my
damn it! That's
dismay.
dead in my ear.
I tackled him and plunged the knife into his neck violently,
Oh,
nearly cutting his fucking head off. Watching the blood drip onto the floor drained me in some way.
Jesus!
I sat over the lifeless body of a man who never saw me coming. I collected myself and dragged his body
All
to the
that
basement.
blood on the floor, though,
I
bro.
made sure
Like,
to leave no
send the
evidence for the
suppressor,
police to
man.
find.
Couple shots in the
Making my
chest.
way up the stairs,
Wouldn't have been
I
less of a
heard the
mess.
front door opening. I remembered the blood all over the kitchen floor. Shit, I said to myself. I heard the woman and her daughter start screaming at the sight of the gruesome
Oh,
murder.
fuck.
I quickly rushed upstairs. "Ma'am, I need
What
you
an
and your daughter to remain
inconvenient time to
calm.
come home.
I'm part of the FBI. I'm afraid a murderer has made his way into your house earlier this day," I said. "I want to see some identification," the woman abruptly demanded. I pulled out my fake badge I always carried around and showed it to them. Anyone who knew anything about federal badges would easily detect it was a fake. But most people don't. And thankfully, the woman happened to be one of those people. "Is my husband all right?" she asked me. I told her he was downstairs. She slowly made her way down the basement stairs.
She shouldn't have called
and
the
I
cops.
followed
Like, fuck the
closely
FBI.
behind.
You need some real
When she
proof.
located her husband, she fell to her knees
Aw.
and began sobbing.
That's when you
That
took
was
your
when I
chance to
pulled
kill
out
her?
my knife
Yeah.
and slit her throat from behind. She was dead within seconds.
Jesus.
Her body casually fell onto the floor, but I paid no mind, for I knew that the hard part was yet to come.
Yeah. Oh,
Here we go,
God.
I told
I'm telling you,
myself.
that's his daughter. Bitch.
I made my way back
I'm
upstairs
telling you, that's
to
his
find the
daughter.
little girl. She was nowhere in sight. I frantically looked all over the house, but she was nowhere to be found. I grew increasingly worried. I knew I was being watched by the Overlord, and if he saw this clear display of incompetence,
How?
it would hurt
Fuck,
any
he got like
chances I
cameras
had
all
of
over the
working for
goddamn
him.
galaxy?
I began walking up the creaky wooded stairs to continue my search. I knew I heard a sound coming from behind the door. I slowly and quietly made my way toward it. I wrapped my hand around the shiny doorknob and began to turn.
Oh.
A large German
Jesus.
Shepherd dog jumped on me, biting my arm.
And it was a
This caught
German.
me by surprise.
Thought I
I'd
was a
been
goddamn
wondering where that
demon.
damned dog was. I struggled with the beast on top of me for a few minutes, but it was not long that I had my blade through its skin and its
Aw,
blood
poor
soaking the
dog.
cold wooded floor. After composing myself, I continued my search
It
for
was
the
such a
small
happy
girl.
family, too. You know it was a
This
happy
girl
family
was
when they got a
barely
German
6 years
Shepherd.
old, I thought. Where could she have gone? There were enough rooms in this house that this could take a while. But I knew the longer I was here, the worse it was for me. I checked each room in the house thoroughly, but found nothing. That was when I remembered the girl's father had built a fort in the backyard for her. That has to be where she is. I began outside and exited the back door to the porch. I saw that the small makeshift door on the fort was closed, and I knew I'd find her in there. I walked over and opened the door to the fort. She screamed as I forcefully pulled her out. All her energy was spent trying to free
Dang,
herself,
man.
but to no avail. I tried calming her down,
But she
but she
already
could
knew what
easily
was up,
tell that I
yeah.
had no good intentions with her. She was crying and sobbing uncontrollably. I brought her back inside to finish the job. I sat her in a chair as I mentally readied myself to drive my knife through the little girl's heart. I could feel my own moral compass screaming at me to stop this madness.
Yeah.
It was hard enough to kill the parents. How was I going to kill their daughter now, too? I closed my eyes
Can't lie, this song kinda
and brought
hot.
my knife close
Ain't
to
the one
her
that's playing
chest.
now.
She was screaming, but I did my best to distance myself from the whole situation as much as I could.
Jesus.
I opened my
Hello?
eyes to see the lifeless corpse of the little girl oozing blood onto the floor.
Jesus, man.
I started sobbing as the realization of my actions washed over me
Oh,
like
man,
a
that's
tidal wave
hard,
of guilt and
man.
regret. I had to do it. I had to do it. I kept telling myself. Yes, you did need to do it. A
The
strange
hell?
voice exclaimed behind me. It sounded really familiar, but I had no idea
Was
where
it
I
the guy
heard it
that took
before.
his... Or
I
is
turned
it
around
the
to see a
Overlord?
large masked man standing behind me. I know this whole ordeal has been difficult for you, killing your own daughter and such. But
What
what did you
I
fucking
tell
say?
you?
This was my daughter,
What I tell you?
but my daughter
Oh
has
my
been dead
god.
for years. What do you think I
That
did when I
twist.
kidnapped her from you, Johnny boy?
I knew it was the
I
same
had
bull.
an unnamed client raise her for me, up until we sold her to this
God
lovely couple a
damn.
few months ago. What you're saying is bullshit. Why would you do this to me?
Yo.
Because I fucking can. And if you even think of attacking me, a bullet will be through your head so fast your fucking head will spin. I didn't know what to do. I fell to my knees and began sobbing. Why did I let this happen?
Jesus.
Why, God?
You shouldn't have known
fucking
that,
why?
bro. Like, even
He
I
didn't
knew
stick
that.
around for much longer. Not that I even cared anymore.
Doesn't take long.
What the fuck was the
I
point
think he even
of
said
any of
that
this?
she was even adopted.
I thought she
so-
looked familiar. How could I have been
You thought
so
she looked
stupid?
familiar. Yeah, how was you that stupid?
And that is my story. And that is the reason I sit in this room
Jesus.
with a loaded gun, ready to lodge a bullet through my skull. Because I was so stupid as to let myself get manipulated into killing my own daughter.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't have known, bro.
I still couldn't think of a reason that monster would have for doing this to me. There probably is no reason. All I know is that I hope to God that fucker rots in hell. That is how I lost everything. That is how I lost my family to the deep web. Goodbye.
Jesus. All right. I'm not. It was a sad story, but the way how that story been told, the way how things happened, it felt like a movie. That was incredible, right? Thank you, Uber Zuber, for recommending that to me because that was crazy. I do take requests, so if you want me to react to anything, just leave it in the comments down below. Um, just watching that makes me want to play some Black Ops Zombies. Let me know if y'all want me to stream Black Ops Zombies. I am garbage at the game. I played multiplayer once. If you want to check that out, go to my channel. But yeah, that was crazy, man. I need to some bring me some more crazy stuff, man. Not just it can be horror stuff like this or deep web stuff or whatever. It can be this, but I want more, and I might just pick up some stuff up by myself. Whatever's trending or whatever, I'll look at it. Or if one of you guys want me to look at it, or send me, you can like just send me a link in the comments and I'll click on it and might do a reaction on it. But more than likely I am, because I don't have that many people watching me, so it's gonna be real easy for me to get to your request because I can just go to my comments, click it, whatever. So yeah, thank you if you stay to the end. I really do appreciate you. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, man. I'm so close on hitting 1K subs, man. Oh my gosh, like I think the goal I want to have, even though I'm gonna be leaving pretty soon, the goal I want is to at least hit 1K before I leave. Now I know that's probably not gonna happen, but that's what I want. So if you can, like, just do what you can to support me and stuff like that. So with that being said, I hope you did enjoy this video. Like the community on my channel, even though it's not the biggest, like you guys just have a ton of respect for me, and I just love that. So just thank you, man. Just thank you to everybody who's been sticking around my channel, man, because without y'all I wouldn't be doing videos at all. So with that being said, I even might do another reaction today. Who knows? So with that being said, leave a like, subscribe, and share, and peace.